I didn't bother to record an opening prior to this, so hey guys, Lyra Linx here. I am sitting here ashamed because I just finished recording. And I'm gonna warn you before you even watch the video that it does not turn out. I wanted to try to do galaxy makeup, and I didn't really want to look up any references. I know that I could make like a really cool, probably galaxy design with glitter and everything on just my eyelids. But I wanted to do full face art because I've been seeing cool pictures of it lately and I wanted to give it an attempt. But of course, everything is going to be harder than I think that it's going to. And it turns into a complete fail, and I really just crack fun of everything of myself at the end. So here is my makeup fail video for you. Um, I haven't posted anything in a while, and I did spend a lot of time filming this, so I want to still put it out even though it does turn into a big failure. So maybe somebody can find some enjoyment in watching this go terribly wrong, and next time I'll try something of a smaller scale and we'll just see. There are lots of videos I want to make, and hopefully I can finally have the motivation to do those things. Because today's the first day that I've felt motivated enough to do this, which I think is a step in the right direction. So I'll shut up and you can get to watching this monstrosity. See ya. So originally for this part, I was just gonna, put some music over it, call it good, but I decided that since this was such a train wreck, I wanted to be here to personally narrate it because it's my video and this is what I feel like doing. So, I feel like everything was off to a great start at first. I really love galaxy appearances. I've been seeing a lot of facial art on Instagram lately, and I thought that it would be fun to try to recreate it myself. But I didn't want to use a ton of references. I wanted to see how far my makeup ability could go on my own with just a mental image. And this was a terrible idea. I wanted to do a galaxy because I just like the way that it looks. It's a really cool aesthetic. And I wrote a poem recently about sort of the galaxy, stars, space, the universe. And so I just kind of wanted to be creative and put that sort of thing on my face. Also, I make very, very strange faces when I do my makeup, which is something I noticed looking back at all these makeup videos. But yes, I decided to apply foundation and concealer like I normally would to build up a nice base for everything to be able to be packed onto. So there's nothing different there. Just putting on my tribal paint, getting ready to go. And in my mind, I imagined that this wouldn't be too bad, and that I could just combine a ton of different pretty colors. Some blues, some pinks, some purple, maybe even some golds, and make everything look starry and awesome. But everything is way more difficult than I imagined. I give artists, makeup artists, regular artists in general, just so much credit because it takes a lot to go from a mental picture to a physical creation. And I realize it now, a little bit too late. So that's kind of where the idea came from. I thought that I would be able to do makeup on my eyelids pretty easily. I do a bunch of different stuff with that, and I always match to my outfits and so on. And I thought that this would be a really fun challenge. I'm actually kind of proud of how I started off. Right now, I'm just dipping into blues, trying to find other similar matching colors. And at the start of it, everything was going fine. It was looking pretty good. Even looking back, it seems nice. The camera quality doesn't really catch it, and I couldn't get the best lighting set up either. I tried my very best, but everything was a lot more glittery up close and in person in real life. But it still was a little rough. It did kind of look like outer space or dark blue sky to begin with. But then I just went way overboard. I don't know if anybody here watches Jenna Marbles, but I love her. She really inspires me. This kind of reminds me of like a type of video that she would try to do. She does all this do it yourself stuff, and I wanted to do that too. And she always jokes about being a Virgo and Virgos having the too much gene. Well, I'm a Leo, and I still feel like I have the too much gene going on because at first everything was blending together very nicely. I'm still okay with this beginning part. The blues and the purples and the pinks there were matching well together. But then I just get color happy way out of hand. Oh, I discovered so many cool colors in this palette though, just by testing things this way. So I guess in the end it's kind of worth it, because now I know some certain things that I'm going to want to experiment later on with. And I still like this. I found a really, really pretty gold color, and I really wanted to put that in there because it reminded me of a golden starry sky. But I feel like it's pretty much after that point that I start just going insane. I wanted to include some lighter blues, and I don't know if that really fit in with the rest of it, but I just kept going. I thought that it would be something fun to do, and kind of like halfway through it, I don't know if you can tell in the change in my face, but I just slowly get more and more upset, and you can just see some regret just sinking into my face, and it's kind of funny. But my sister was sitting there next to me, encouraging me to try my best on this. And even though I wanted to quit as soon as I found out that it wasn't what I wanted it to be, she told me to just keep trying. And even though I hated the end result, she just said to keep practicing. And I guess that's all I could do if I ever did want to do actual facial art. But I think I've kind of learned that it's likely not going to be for me because I am a very impatient person and I don't think I have the patience to make it all look nice enough. This took all my patience and concentration, and it still wasn't enough to get the result that I had in mind. So it's seriously so unreal for me to imagine people doing the art that they do. My sister herself is an artist, and I kind of want to do some videos with her pretty soon. We've been talking about, so if you'd like to, you can stick around and see those. And she said that maybe she would try to do this galaxy makeup, so yes, you should stick around and see that. Because honestly, she's pretty good at makeup too. She's an incredibly talented artist. If you would like to see some amazing art and follow someone on Instagram, you can go follow I Half-Ass Being Alive, which is my sister, who has great art. It's even prettier than any galaxy. So hopefully we can film that video together, do the galaxy makeup all over again, and she can do some beautiful face art for me. She does have a lot more experience with face paint and other stuff like that. She's made herself look like a pumpkin, like a zombie. It's really cool. I only wish that I could achieve that. What I do kind of want to try though is another galaxy makeup video, but just with my eyelids, the stuff that I normally would do, putting on just matching colors and adding glitter. I think that I could make a very simple and still beautiful look that way, and that will all work out. At this point, everything is really starting to go haywire. I start adding in like the darker colors because I'm like, oh, there are things like black and so on too. But now it just looks like I have a bruised mustache on my face and that I'm starting to develop a beard. So, ugh, I'm starting to introduce some less pretty colors and it's becoming a mess. I feel like I kind of look like a Pokemon almost right now. This is just weird. I really did try my hardest on this too, which is why it's so frustrating and such a hilarious fail in the end. I tried to save things and wrap around with more blue colors, but that color is more of a blue that you would see in a normal sky, I guess, than maybe in space. So, it's just all going downhill. Honestly, at the end of the day, though, even though this was really frustrating and a pain to clean up, and I got really depressed over it because I couldn't do what I wanted, it still is kind of funny being able to look back at it in hindsight now and just be able to laugh at myself. So I think that in the end, it was a video worth making. If I don't love what I make, then I don't know why I'd be doing it. And I've been missing making videos so much. I've been kind of in a tough patch, a little bit depressed lately, and it's been harder for me to want to make videos even though it's something that I love. So the fact that I was able to make this at all is really important to me. And I don't know, maybe it'll be fun for everybody to watch and kind of laugh at me, something I'm used to. Speaking of laughing at me, there is a funny bit coming up, so I'm gonna cut out for just a second. Oh, I have to go out in public like this. Is this the first time you looked over? Please don't question my life choices at 4 in the morning. Honestly, that quote probably sums up the majority of my life. For those of you who are not aware, based on my typical upload times, I'm a huge night owl, and yet again, I cannot sleep tonight. I work closing shifts because night is the time that I'm most active anyway, and lately I've been having trouble falling asleep afterward though, which has been a problem. It's actually currently 6 in the morning now that I am voicing this over, but I'm the type of person who likes to finish projects once I get them started. I do procrastinate a lot still though. I have so many scripts I'm trying to write for videos that I haven't finished yet. But since I started on this, I just felt like I could not drop it, and I want to get this out there for you guys. So here I am, still awake, looking back at whatever this is. It just gets worse. The colors just get so much worse. It starts looking really brown and disgusting, and it just looks like I'm dirty at this point. I look like I just painted on a really discolored beard for myself. I attempted to save this look by adding glitter, but I accidentally smeared too much, and then I decided to just try to create something out of it. So at the last minute, I thought to add a star, and so it just kind of led into this. Honestly, the shooting star is probably the best turnout of my whole face, even though it's way too big on there. Yeah, it's just you can see how done I am. But I continue onward with the lipstick. Another story about this. I kind of thought about a shooting star with that glitter smear because earlier in the night when my sister and I were walking to the store at like 2 in the morning, the sky suddenly flashed and I looked up at the sky and I thought I saw like a line in the sky or something shooting by, and I was like, I wonder if that could be a shooting star or something else, who knows. But my sister just told me to wish on it, even if it was an asteroid or something. And so I did make a wish. Maybe my wish will come true. Oh man, it's just insane to look at this though. That shooting star is definitely not one that you want to wish on. This looks yikes. But I wanted to finish things off. I added some eyeliner. I ended up stretching it out way too far because at this point I really just stopped caring. I was so agitated wanted to do so much better, and you can just see it completely on my face. But at the end of the day, I tried my best on this, adding mascara and everything else to make it seem like a full makeup look, and these were the results. So we're gonna go back into actual video. Bye. It's a fail. I'm over it.
Why did you do that? Practice. It was practice.
I have made every... Oh god, this is terrifying. What? It looks better in real life, but also worse. I hate myself. And I know that I'm still gonna post this because I spent 40 minutes on this.
Wow, I could do it.
So, for my next video, my sister's gonna try this. And I promise you it won't be a fail. But mine was. Because I'm not artistic and I don't know how to blend colors correctly. And then I gave up because this is awful. I tried to make like this shooting star over here. Nothing's saving me. Everything is awful. I look like I've been on crack for years. I look like I don't care about anything anymore. I look like I came straight from the circus, but even they didn't want me. I feel like I need to do something with this. Don't. Listen, things went wrong, okay? And then Mystica wouldn't let me stop. And then it got worse. It was gonna be a cool galaxy, and then I fucked up. Now it's a monster. Rawr. Listen, I'm the sexiest woman alive right now. Do you like my shooting star? You say yes, but you really mean no. So the moral of the story is that I should never do makeup again. Well, I hope everybody got a good laugh from my suffering, because I'm sure laughing at myself right now. I'll never be creative again. There will never be another video because I will never be creative again. Goodbye. Don't like, don't subscribe, don't comment. This is the end of the channel. Goodbye.